Hello, my name is Nick. Today is March 21st. It's a big holiday in Kazakhstan. On this day, the Central Asian New Year begins. It's called Nauryz Meiramy. And you should know that Nauryz is one of the main public holidays in this country. And it's celebrated everywhere for several days.
Nauryz.
Yes, Nauryz. This is a nice holiday. We have 4 or 5 days off.
I know that it's like a week, about a week-long holiday. I don't know much about it. I've been to a lot of countries in like Eastern Europe, and I know that part of them will celebrate it.
It goes for a few days. There's a number of festivals, dance shows, people sing. There's large gatherings around the cities and towns across the country.
By the way, I'm going to meet friends today to celebrate Nauryz. I must say that I miss them very much, since we haven't seen each other for a long time. However, my pals are late again. I must say that this lateness is a feature of my friends, and is also present all over Kazakhstan in general.
Они очень часто опаздывают.
They were late very often and they didn't pay attention. An hour late, a half an hour late, or more. So what? No problem.
Это меня не удивляет. Я просто всегда, когда приглашаю гостей.
This doesn't surprise me when I invite guests, because the first time I asked them to come at 6 o'clock, they showed up at 7:30. I almost burned everything in my oven.
Мы точно.
So next time, I'm sure to find out. European 6 o'clock or Oriental 6 o'clock? And that's it. Problem solved.
I've come to refer to Kazakh lateness as Kazakh on time. And I just expect people to not show up on time. And I just haven't been able to plan my day that way. I still show up on time myself.
In Kazakhstan, that people are not normally late when it comes to business. But when it comes to party, probably because people think that, okay, this is the time to relax, so there's no need to hurry. And so people do come late.
I've already gotten used to Kazakh time, as they say, and I don't think it's bad taste. In my opinion, I even began to adopt these traits myself. The Kazakhs taught me not to be in a rush or hurry, or worry about little trifles. I used to spend a lot of energy thinking about all sorts of problems. Now, I've almost stopped worrying completely about these little things. Okay, while Tim and Zach are not here, I'm gonna make another note in my notebook. I haven't written anything for so long. It's time to share the news about the important events that have happened in my life. During this time, my wife and I had our second child, a baby boy. This is a big joy for our family. By the way, today is the 5th anniversary of the first time I stepped foot in Kazakhstan, and that's why I'm in an especially good mood. And today, I'd like to tell you all about the holidays in Kazakhstan, because celebrating these special dates here is like being in a whirlpool of various folk customs and rituals, festivities and celebrations.
Мне нравится Казахстан, почему? Потому что здесь
I like Kazakhstan. Why? Well, there are a lot of holidays here, not like in Korea. There's no spare time in Korea. People are always working and focused on their business. Saturdays and Sundays are also for business and for meetings. I think Kazakhstan is a very happy country. They have a lot more free time than in Korea. Well, I'll start with the biggest holiday, the celebration of the New Year. Historically, the New Year is celebrated in Kazakhstan twice. First on December 31st, and as I said, on March 21st. It's called Nauryz. Both of these holidays are the most popular and beloved by Kazakhstanis.
New Year in Kazakhstan is family holiday, as we all know it. In my family, what we normally do is we prepare also very long time because it comes along with the Christmas holiday, which we celebrate.
The celebration of the New Year falls on the night of December 31st to January 1st, and it's rooted in the Soviet past. Plus, Kazakhstan has its own traditions that don't differ much from the traditions of other post-Soviet countries. They set up a tree and decorate it. There's Grandfather Frost, who looks like our Santa Claus, giving gifts, and children dressed up in costumes like princes and princesses, animals, tons of salads and sweet treats on the table, fun, and of course, fireworks at midnight. All of these things are fun to watch.
Being here for more than 2 years now, I do celebrate the New Year's Day the same way the local people do. So obviously it's a get together, it's a big table. People, wish all the good things to each other, and they watch the fireworks as they go out. There's a lot of fun.
Nauryz Meiramy means a new day, or the birth of spring, in translation from Turkic languages. It is celebrated very widely. Since 1991, the country got its independence, and this holiday has become official. In all of the cities and villages, on this day, festivities are held with ritual games, national music, and dances. I haven't gotten to know all the customs and rituals of this holiday yet, so I think my friends will tell me more about them. Oh look, here they are.
Nice to see you again, man.
How are you, Nick?
Hey, have a seat.
Let's take a seat.
Hey guys, so happy to see you again.
We are glad to see you too, Nick.
But a little bit late, as usual, So why are Kazakh people always late? It's something so interesting, especially with toys.
So it goes, bro. In Shymkent, for example, our toys start very late.
Shymkent, yeah? But why? I don't understand.
Because the host knows that guests will definitely come 3 hours later than the appointed time.
I couldn't understand it. Everything is paid for. So if you book 3 hours, you pay for 3 hours. If you stay later, you have to pay more. I remember my first experience. I was invited to a wedding, and they said, okay, this wedding, we will start at 5, and like a gentleman, I arrived like 5:30, 4:30, not to be late. And I was there, and there was nobody there. So I sat down there for about an hour, nothing happened. So, and around 7 o'clock, people started coming, and I was like, how could this be? And the limousine carrying the bride and the groom actually arrived 8 o'clock. So the party actually began around 8 o'clock, although it ended around 11.
Ja с этим сталкивалась. У меня есть даже такое...
I've come across this. I even had such experiences when we were invited for the first time to an Oriental house, to an apartment,
на 6. Мы 6 без 5.
and we were asked to come at 6 o'clock. So we were at the house 5 minutes to 6, and we were just waiting. We looked at our watch, rush hour, and we rang the door and the phone. We took the elevator, and they opened the door for us. They were very surprised that we had already arrived. The next couple came, I don't know exactly when, but around 8 o'clock. And the last couple was invited, a Kazakh couple, who came after 10 p.m. The most important thing isn't when you come, is that you come at all.
Interesting philosophy.
Why hurry? Whenever you come, you're still going to get fed, even if you come at night.
Interesting.
The main thing is not to be late for the most important event of your life, your own wedding.
When I hear that Kazakhs being late or Kazakh arrival, that just means Kazakhs are cooler. So
I think the reason for this is that people understand that they are going to relax, they are going to have fun. So I think that type of relaxed mood dictates people's attitude towards time. When they are going to a party.
in America, there's actually one expression that is similar. If you are going to a party, you don't want to go to the party and be on time. If you're on time to the party, or if you're early to a party, then you're a nerd. But if you get to the party like a half an hour late, just maybe a half an hour, maybe an hour, then you're considered fashionably late. And being fashionably late is a good thing. It's a cool thing. I mean, I like this party, but I don't care enough to be on time.
Okay, enough laughing, guys. This is not. I really want to know what's the reason.
Apparently, this is from our ancestors who were nomads. As you already know, they roamed the steppe. They didn't count the hours or the minutes. They had no compasses and calendars either. They were guided by the sun.
Yeah, but now we live in like a modern city, so what's the reason now?
Oh, don't be offended, bro. We were just a little bit late.
No, I'm not offended. Don't worry.
To be honest, we got it from our nomadic ancestors. You see, our ancestors were oriented not in time, but in space. It was hard for them to survive in the steppe, because in winter it was impossible to hide from the cold wind, and in the summer, impossible to hide from the scorching sun. They had to constantly travel long distances in these endless expanses, and it was easy to get lost or be left without food, and sometimes even without water. Therefore, Kazakhs have a special attitude towards travelers. At any time, he or she could wander into a yurt, where food and shelter were always ready for him. This was a law of the steppe. Well, we still have it in our blood.
Interesting explanation, yeah. Maybe it's true.
You see, Nick, Kazakhs have such an expression, which appeared during the nomadic times.
What is that? What's the phrase?
Nanausty.
Nanausty? Nanausty.
Yeah.
Yes, it means if you come to visit, you must taste the food, whatever it takes.
Interesting. Great.
We will tell you everything and show you. But first, tell me how you celebrate your New Year in America. And do you have any such spring holidays as us? We as Americans celebrate Christmas on the first night of December 24th through the 25th. This holiday is more significant to us than New Year. In the USA, it's usually held in a family setting. For example, I always celebrate it at home with my family. And the New Year from December 31st to January 1st is a big community holiday with fireworks and parties with friends. If you're in New York at this time, be sure to visit Times Square, where many people gather to see the shiny ball drop. Oh, this is a sight, a very beautiful sight. At 6 p.m., this illuminated crystal ball slowly begins to descend from the top of the roof of the skyscraper. Precisely at midnight, this New Year's miracle reaches its lowest point, which symbolizes the arrival of the new year. An artificial snowfall of colorful confetti starts, and fireworks fly, accompanied by concerts.
В Корее мы отмечаем корейский Новый год как семьей, все встречаем.
In Korea, we celebrate the Korean New Year with our family. We meet at our grandfather's place, and we all come there. We cook special Korean dishes. We must have tteokguk on the New Year's Day. This is a special soup. And it's considered that when we eat tteokguk, the year is added to our lives. Because of this, after we hit 30 or 40 years old, we don't want to eat it. They don't want to get old.
В нашей стране главным праздником всегда было, есть и, думаю, будет Рождество. Это большой.
In our country, Christmas has always been and will always be the main holiday. This is a big, big family holiday. The whole family needs to gather together on this day. And there should be 12 dishes every year. We do not eat meat on this day. We only eat fish all day long. Vegetables and pastries as well. Always be sure that you have a white tablecloth on your table. Put on the best dishes. Everything needs to be festive. And gifts, of course. Well wishes. This is so that everything new comes in the new year, so that all the bad things remain behind us.
I'd say Christmas is the one that everybody goes crazy for. So I remember when I was a little kid, so there would just be Christmas presents all under the tree, spread out. And I loved seeing this when I was a kid. Like that was, you know, for me, like such a big deal that we get closer to Christmas Day. When Christmas Eve came, my mom would say, let's let you guys open up one gift, just one, you know? And we'd be taking the boxes, the presents, shaking it to see what's inside, you know?
But I still do love to celebrate New Year in Kazakhstan. For me, this is the happiest day in my life because my family and my friends are next to me. And it's so nice and cozy being with them. As the New Year's saying goes, the ones with whom you meet the New Year with are the ones who you will spend it with. Therefore, on this day, it is important for me to surround myself with kin that I want to spend the rest of my life with. In addition, after a harsh winter, the whole series of holidays begins, which is possible only in spring. By the way, in America, spring begins not on the 1st of March, but on March 21st. It is believed that after March 21st, you will no longer be covered with snow. There won't be any more frost. Although we may have a snowfall at this time in New Jersey, and for example, in Florida, there is no frost at all. In the same way, fall officially starts here at the end of September. Here, on March 21st, Nauryz is celebrated, the holiday of renewal and the coming of the new year, according to the solar calendar. But what is the real New Year? Nauryz or December 31st? I want to know.
Nauryz is a huge celebration of spring. It's the coming of spring.
Nauryz considered to be Oriental holiday. It's bigger because it's one of the holidays that unite everybody. It brings every nationality together, and I think people celebrate this with pleasure.
Ник, былай ғой. Nauryz
Well, you see, Nick, Nauryz is the main holiday for Kazakhs. But not only for Kazakhs. You remember that we told you how multicultural our country is? Many of the ethnicities in Kazakhstan also celebrate this holiday. These are the Kyrgyz, Azerbaijanis, Chechens, Uyghurs, Turks and Kurds, Uzbeks, Tatars, Bashkirs, and this list goes on and on.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. So I guess all of them probably celebrate Nauryz?
You're right, Nick. Every nation has its own customs. But this holiday unites us all. Firstly, for historical reasons, since many of these people were exiled to our land, although some came on their own free will. But they all got food and shelter here. Everyone was greeted and shown hospitality, and were helped to survive in these difficult conditions. When I came here, I was surprised to learn that 140 nationalities live in Kazakhstan. There are some people that I have never heard of before. So I want to tell you that my favorite holiday is the May Day in Almaty, when all people go out in the streets wearing their national costumes. They have tents with national food on the streets. I was especially struck at how the costumes of Koreans and Dungans look. They are very beautiful.
Kazakhstan is a very multinational country, and I have witnessed how well these, different religions and nationalities gel together here. Whereas here, as I was saying before, the Christian and Muslim celebrations, when they take place, you very much see that people of different religions come to each other and congratulate each other. That's great.
Я знаю, где в Казахстане живут много национальностей. Там корейцы, германцы.
I know that many nationalities live in Kazakhstan. Koreans, Germans, Russians, Kazakhs, Uzbeks, Poles, British, and Americans, but not many of them.
Много, которые там, для нас.
But for us, you all look very similar. We can't tell who is Kazakh or who is Russian or German or Uzbek. Everyone is the same for us.
Для нас это все одинаково.
That's amazing. I love that. I know about the Kazakh Nauryz. I love it. The guest feels so special and honored. But I wonder how the other nations celebrate Nauryz.
And then my friends told me interesting things about the celebration of Nauryz in a multinational country, of which I have already become a part of myself. I was very impressed with their story. This holiday is one of the most ancient on earth. It was celebrated even before Christ, and it is related to the cult of the sun. It symbolizes the renewal of nature and the beginning of new life. In modern times, the traditions of many people inhabiting Kazakhstan have been preserved to this very day and have their own unique features, ritual ceremonies, and dishes. The Uzbeks, for example, cook sumalak, which is a dish made from germinated wheat. Only women cook it all night long, gathering around a huge cauldron. They also sing ritual songs. Imagine it. The cooking dish must be stirred without stopping for the entire night. The women take turns doing this. And in the morning, these delicacies are treated to all the neighbors and relatives who should make a wish while tasting the dish. It is believed that it will definitely come true. Pilaf is considered an obligatory dish for all holidays among the Uzbeks and Tajiks. But women are not allowed to cook pilaf. This is a strict prerogative of only the men. How interesting this all is. And the Azerbaijanis on Nauryz Meiramy, as they call it, kindle bonfires and jump over them. There are usually 7 bonfires, and each party member must jump over the flame of each bonfire at least once. This symbolizes a kind of cleansing and renewal. A very spectacular ceremony, although I suppose it's quite dangerous. I would not dare to do it. Meanwhile, these tightrope walkers and folk singers called ashigs show their skills in the squares. It's so interesting that Azerbaijanis put colored eggs on the table. This echoes the Easter traditions of Christians. Very surprising.
Wow, that's amazing. And so I know there's a lot of Russians who live in Kazakhstan. Do they celebrate Nauryz too?
Nick,
all of our citizens love it and are waiting for this holiday, regardless of whatever your ethnicity is, including Russians. Yeah, we all celebrate Nauryz together. It's always so much fun. We have a lot of good memories that remain with us for the entire year. Do you remember when you said yourself that life in Kazakhstan is an endless toy? Well, Russians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians also have their own spring holiday, which also traces back to pagan times.
И знаю, что у славянских наций тоже праздник Масленица.
I know that Slavic nations have a holiday called Maslenitsa, when everyone makes pancakes. They eat it with honey and butter.
Их кушают. И тоже сегодня узнала, что
Today I learned that they also have a doll, and they burn it during this holiday.
сжигают.
Maslenitsa, it also happens around springtime as well. The same symbol as Nauryz in a way. It symbolizes the growth, the new growth, the spring coming in. And there's a lot of like pancakes being shared around. They also, what they do is they make like a big doll and they burn it.
Maslenitsa. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Why do they call it that?
Because this is the name of the figure of the main character of this holiday. They burn it later. People cook pancakes with butter, and they eat a lot. And then the Lent begins.
Yeah, blini. I think we had it, yeah? Yeah.
Казахский аустию надо. Аустию чуть-чуть попробовать.
It's like a pancake, yeah?
Это блины.
Okay, I'll take one. Yeah, very great. Very good. Thank you. Wow, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Demde. Very good. Ote demde.
Maslenitsa is a traditional holiday of the Eastern Slavs. Its date, unlike Nauryz, is not fixed and depends on the date of Easter, but always a week before Lent. They begin to celebrate it in advance. On these days, there are usually fun festivities, along with accordions and ditties, horse sleigh rides. Pancakes are a must, and they are the main treat of this holiday. They are cooked on the street and served with a wide variety of fillings: sour cream, jam, caviar, fish, meat, mushrooms. I dare say that it might even be tastier than pizza. And the most interesting thing is that in the midst of the fun, they burn a doll of Maslenitsa as a symbol of the farewell to winter, the meaning of the spring, and the beginning of the Easter Lent. Maslenitsa is a celebration for the whole week. Wow, I'll definitely go and see this Maslenitsa holiday, and I'll be sure to ride a troika, since I'm already doing so well with horses.
So you guys have a really happy spring holiday, I see.
Yes, we are a merry people. Nick, what do you have for spring celebrations? After the new year, when's the next holiday? In July, right?
No, why not? I mean, we have lots of different holidays, and every region, every state, we have our own special celebrations. We like to keep our traditions, just like Kazakh people, but there are certain dates that we all celebrate.
Well, holidays that we have in the United States that are unique to the United States are Thanksgiving and our Independence Day. We have Easter Day, but Easter is kind of the big spring holiday.
Easter is celebrated by many Americans of all religions. When Resurrection Sunday comes, people gather at a large table in a family circle. On the table on this day, there are usually potatoes, ham, pineapple, and fruit salad. An obligatory attribute of the Easter festival is a basket with colored eggs and various treats. It's also very popular in the United States on Easter morning to visit a festive church service called the Easter Sunrise Service, which starts at 6 a.m. People of all generations go to their churches to pay tribute to this holiday. And what's also very interesting, on the next day, on Monday, in front of the White House, there is a traditional egg rolling holiday. Thousands of children come there with their parents. It's a bit like a kid's golf game. Actors dressed as cartoon characters read fairy tales and serve treats during the holiday. Children also send postcards and handmade crafts to the military. It's a really touching and fun holiday. Children and adults look forward to it all year round.
Easter. I think it lasts about 4 days. There's what we call the Good Friday. The Good Friday is considered the day that Jesus Christ was crucified. And then Christians believe that they don't eat anything with blood on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we go to church, as it were, to meet the resurrected Jesus. And people come home. Then on Monday, there is the Easter Monday, which we consider to be the day he appeared to his disciples in Galilee, and the day he actually ascended to heaven.
Now, we do have Mother's and Father's Day celebrated in the country as well. You know, the kids would go to their mother and give her some gifts. The same thing would happen on Father's Day as well.
W Dzień Matери обязательно позвонить.
On Mother's Day, we definitely call Mom. You've got to visit your mom, and she'll certainly be happy, since she's been waiting for a big dinner. Give your mom flowers and a little present and a big dinner.
Me and my little brother thinking about what kind of gifts to get mom, to get dad. Usually flowers for mom, or maybe like a tie or a watch for dad. I think parents are just happy that you care enough to do those little things for them. I feel like it goes a long way to bring the family together, and those holidays are very, very important in America, here in Kazakhstan, and anywhere in the world.
What a nice holiday, Mother's Day.
Да, реально.
Yeah, for sure, Nick. But your mom is so far away. Don't you miss her?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, how can you not miss your parents, I love my mom. But nowadays, with the modern technology, it's a lot easier. I can just keep in touch with her using, like, internet and things like that. It's great. And, now it's even better because I have two moms, It's great, yeah. So my mother-in-law, she's from the South Kazakhstan region.
Mine too.
Really? Where?
In Shymkent.
Shymkent? Wow, my mother-in-law's from Taraz. It's close, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Oh, great.
You're definitely my bro now. I'm going there soon. Let's go together.
Wow, that's unbelievable, Actually, I'm planning a trip to go to the South Kazakhstan region myself, because I also promised them that I'm going to learn Kazakh before I go, because I want to impress my relatives.
Tim knows southern Kazakhstan really well. He'll be the best guide for you, bro. Sure.
Wow, amazing.
Saddle up.
Saddle up?
Saddle up.
Okay, we'll leave at the first opportunity.
That's great. I'll call her and tell her the good news right now.
Yeah, call her.
Okay.
Давай.
Come on.
Salamat sizbe, mama.
Hello, mother. Hello, my son. How do you do? How are the kids? Everything is fine. How is your health? How's your family? Everything is good, my son. Have you started learning Kazakh? Mom, I promised you that I would learn Kazakh, but I'm not very good at it yet. I'll visit you soon, I promise. What news? Well, we're waiting for you here. I'll go tell everyone. Okay, see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, my son. Take care. So, Nick, how do we go there?
Oh, only by trains, I insist.
But why? Nick, do you have aerophobia?
No, it's not about that. I love trains. I think it's the best way to travel. I have a lot of interesting stories, actually, about my journeys on trains in Kazakhstan.
Oh, this is interesting. Will you tell us?
I'll tell you later, because, now I want to learn about this Nauryz holiday. I think it's a very interesting place and interesting thing to learn about. So, Nauryz is going to... And I guess, do they eat bishbarmak in Nauryz as well?
Bishbarmak is always a must, but the main dish of Nauryz holiday is completely different. This is called Nauryz Koje.
Nauryz Koje? Okay, let's try it.
Nauryz Koje, конечно.
I surely know Nauryz Koje. I even tried it once. This is a fermented milk drink.
I do not. I don't know what that is. Everything in my family is bishbarmak, so I don't know what that is.
This special food called koje. It has a number of ingredients in it, and it also symbolizes, a good harvest ahead. And it's given to the public. What I have seen in the last few years, just for free. There's like stations across the city of Almaty where kosher was just given to anyone who wanted to taste it.
I have had the honor to taste Nauryz kosher several times. Even though I don't like dairy products, but it's tasty really. It's tasty, but I don't think it's the food people eat every day.
The thing, I did not try that. I think they had fish parmak. I don't think they had the Nauryz kosher, so I'm very curious. If any Kazakh families want to have me over to try the Nauryz kosher, I would appreciate it. You guys would be awesome. So, be part of the Kazakh family.
My friends told me that Nauryz kosher is a sacred dish of the Nauryz holiday. Oh, look at that. I've run into the number 7 again. This is a very popular number for Kazakhs. And of course, I understand that it hides its secrets. So Nauryz kosher consists of 7 ingredients. And I wasn't even surprised. Every region has its own recipe for it, but it must contain exactly 7 symbolic components. Water is a symbol of life, and like a flowing stream of a river. Salt, according to the Kazakh belief, is the sweetness of food. Flour or noodles personifies prosperity. Milk gives life to all things. And kort is a symbol of health and strength. And grains, most often millet, are a sign of prosperity and a rich harvest. And of course, meat for Kazakhs is especially valuable. Legend has it that it brings good luck and happiness. You know, the main message of Nauryz is really impressive to me. It's considered the day of forgiveness. It's necessary to return to the start, to let go of your grudges, pay back debts, and give others joy. And I think that's just great.
I have to thank you both so much. It's been such an amazing time. I've learned so much about Kazakh history and culture from you guys, you know. And now I have to tell you, this is my anniversary. I've been here in Kazakhstan for 5 years.
Whoa, congrats! During these 5 years, you've almost become a Kazakh. You've married a Kazakh woman and had 2 children. Soon you'll speak Kazakh better than us. Good for you. It's your anniversary, Nick. You've been here for so many years, and now you can't erase them.
Yeah, let's go.
Guys, I'll catch up with you, all right? See you later. Hello. Oh, sorry, I don't understand Kazakh. You aren't Kazakh, are you? I'm Korean. Ah, really? Well, do you mind if I sit here? Okay. Thanks. My name's Zakir. And my name's Mingyeon.
민경.
Cool. What are you doing? Do you mind if we get a cup of coffee together? Sure, why not? Will you type your number in here, please? Okay, thank you. Call me. Yeah, right away. It's beeping.
민경.
Мингён, да, правильно, да.
Закир.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I've got to get going now. My friends are waiting for me. All right. I'll call you later. Let's keep in touch. Have a good day. Bye-bye. My name is Mingyeon, and I'm from South Korea. I was born in Seoul. I have been living and working in Kazakhstan for several years now, teaching Korean. Gradually, I mastered the local customs. I meet people who live here, and I like everything. What I noticed is that there are many Koreans living here, and their way of life interests me very much. We have a lot in common, but there are also many differences. I want to sort everything out, And of course, I want to completely immerse myself in the life of Kazakhstan. I think it's a great opportunity. I will tell you my stories, and I'll hope you'll find them interesting.